In this podcast, we talk about English, we learn new ideas, and we find easy ways to practice the language. My goal is to help you improve your English step by step in a simple and enjoyable way. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why English is so important? Why do so many people around the world spend time, money, and energy to learn this language? Well, that is exactly our topic for today. In this episode, we are going to talk about why English is important in today's world. We will look at English in travel, in business, in education, on the internet, and even in your personal life. By the end of this episode, you will understand clearly why learning English is such a powerful skill, and I hope you will also feel more motivated to keep practicing every day. So, grab a cup of tea or coffee, sit back, relax, and let's begin our journey together. Before we talk about English, let's think about languages in general. Why do people learn new languages? The answer is simple. Languages connect people. When you learn a new language, you open a door to another culture, another way of life, and another world of people. Imagine this. If you speak only your native language, you can talk to people from your country. But if you speak one more language, suddenly you can connect with millions of new people. That means more friends, more opportunities, and more knowledge. Languages are also tools. They help us to share ideas, feelings, and information. They are like bridges between people. Without language, communication would be almost impossible. Now, in our world today, people travel more, work in different countries, study abroad, and meet online. Because of this, learning languages has become more important than ever before. And among all the languages in the world, one language has become the most common international language. And that language is English. So, why is English so special? Why do we call it a global language? Well, English is spoken in many countries around the world. It is the main language in countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. But it doesn't stop there. Even in countries where English is not the first language, many people still learn it as a second language. Right now, more than 1.5 billion people can speak English at some level. That means if you know English, you can communicate with people almost anywhere you go. Think about airports. If you travel to another country, you will see signs in English. When pilots and air traffic controllers talk, they use English. If you go to an international hotel, the staff usually speak English. If you join a business meeting with people from different countries, they often choose English as the common language. English is also the main language of international organizations. For example, the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and many other global groups use English to share information. In simple words, English has become the language of global connection. It helps people from different backgrounds understand each other. It makes the world feel smaller and more connected. So, if you want to travel, work, or simply meet new people from around the world, English is the key that opens the door. Now let's talk about education and knowledge. English is very important in the world of learning. Many of the top universities around the world use English. If you want to study in countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, or Australia, you need English. Even in countries where English is not the first language, many universities offer programs in English because it attracts international students. Also, most scientific research is published in English. When scientists make new discoveries, they often write about them in English journals. This means if you want to read the latest information in science, medicine, or technology, English will help you understand it. Think about the internet and online courses. A huge number of free and paid courses are in English. Websites like Coursera, Udemy, and even YouTube have thousands of lessons taught in English. Books, ebooks, and study guides, most of them are available first in English. So, if you want to grow your knowledge, if you want to learn more about the world, and if you want to keep up with new ideas, English will give you access to this information. In short, English is not just a language for talking, it is also the language of education, research, and knowledge. It is the key to learning and discovering more about our world. Now let's talk about work and career. One of the biggest reasons people learn English is to get better job opportunities. Today, many companies do business internationally. That means they need workers who can speak English. For example, if a company in Japan wants to sell products in Europe, they will probably use English to communicate. If a business in Brazil works with clients in India, they often use English as the common language. This is why many international companies ask their workers to speak English. If you want to apply for these jobs, knowing English will give you a big advantage. It makes your resume stronger and shows that you can work with people from other countries. Even if you don't plan to work abroad, English can still help you in your own country. Many hotels, restaurants, airports, and offices look for employees who can speak English with foreign customers. Also, with the internet, many people now work online. Freelancers and remote workers often communicate with clients in English. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or international companies usually use English for writing emails, reports, and meetings. So, learning English can improve your chances to find a job, earn more money, and grow your career. It opens the door to many new opportunities. In simple words, English is not just a school subject, it is a career skill. The better your English, the more choices you will have in the job market. Now, let's talk about travel and culture. Imagine you are traveling to another country. Maybe you are at the airport, in a hotel, or in a restaurant. What language do you use if you don't know the local language? Most of the time, the answer is English. English is like a travel language, from asking for directions, to ordering food, to checking into a hotel. English can help you in almost every situation. Even if the local people don't speak your language, many of them will know at least some English. But English is not only useful for travel, it also gives you access to culture. Think about movies, music, and books. Many of the most famous movies and songs are in English. When you understand them in the original language, you enjoy the real meaning, the humor, and the emotions. So, English makes travel easier, and it also helps you enjoy the culture of the world. It connects you not just to people, but also to stories, art, and entertainment. Now let's talk about the internet and technology. The internet is a big part of our lives today. We use it for studying, working, shopping, and entertainment. But did you know that most of the internet is in English? In fact, a large percentage of websites, apps, and online tools use English as their main language. Think about social media. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn are full of English content. If you know English, you can understand more posts, more videos, and more comments from people all over the world. Also, most of the world's biggest technology companies, like Google, Microsoft, and Apple, use English in their products, instructions, and customer support. If you know English, you can use new software, apps, and devices more easily. English also gives you access to online communities. You can join international forums, watch YouTube videos, and listen to podcasts from different countries. This means you can learn directly from people everywhere, not just in your own country. In short, English is the language of the internet and technology. If you want to explore more, learn faster, and stay updated with the digital world, English will help you every step of the way. Now, let's talk about something very personal: your own growth and confidence. Learning English is not only about jobs, travel, or studies. It is also about how you feel about yourself. When you learn a new language, you challenge your brain. You train yourself to think in a new way. This makes your mind stronger and more creative. And every time you improve, even a little, you feel proud of yourself. Maybe today you learned a new word, or maybe you spoke one sentence without mistakes. These small steps build your confidence. English also helps you connect with people from other countries. When you can share your thoughts and make friends in another language, it gives you a feeling of success. It makes you realize that you are part of the global community. So, English is not just an international skill, it is also a personal skill. It helps you believe in yourself, and it shows you that you can achieve big goals step by step. Before we move to the end of our episode, I want to give you a little motivation. Learning English is not always easy. Sometimes you feel shy, sometimes you make mistakes, and sometimes you think, this is too difficult. But remember this: every mistake is part of learning. Every time you practice, you get a little better. Don't compare yourself with other people. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday. If today you can understand one more word or speak one more sentence, you are already improving. Also, don't be afraid to use your English. Speak, write, listen, and read as much as you can. Even small daily practice makes a big difference over time. And always remember, you are not alone. Millions of people around the world are learning English right now, just like you. Stay positive, stay curious, and keep going. Your hard work will pay off. Now, let's quickly review what we have learned today. We talked about why English is so important in our world. First, English helps people communicate globally. You can talk to people from almost any country if you know English. Second, English is the language of education and knowledge. Many universities, books, research, and online courses use English. This helps you learn more and grow your skills. Third, English opens career opportunities. It helps you get jobs, promotions, and even work online with people from other countries. Fourth, English is useful for travel and culture. It makes traveling easier and helps you enjoy movies, music, and books in their original language. Fifth, English is the language of the internet and technology. Most websites, apps, and social media content are in English. Knowing English gives you access to more information and more people. Finally, learning English also helps with personal growth and confidence. Every step you take makes you stronger, smarter, and more confident. So remember, English is not just a language, it is a skill for your life. It helps you learn, connect, travel, work, and grow as a person. And that brings us to the end of today's episode.